Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to everyone. I am Mara Kashaf Raja, serving as a female ambassador from the Women Development Department at University of Wa. It is my privilege to welcome you all to today's international seminar organized under the Female Ambassador Program by the Women Development Department, University of Wa. This initiative reflects the vision of empowering young women through leadership, academic engagement, international collaboration, and global learning opportunities. A very warm welcome to our distinguished guest, worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Jamilun Nabi, Director Auric, Dr. Amjad Hassan, respected deans, faculty members, and participants, our esteemed guest speaker, Professor Dr. Sao Chi Hong from the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, Beijing, China. Students and participants joining us from different platforms. Your presence makes the session truly meaningful and inspiring. Today's seminar is titled From Corridor to Bridge, Constructing the China-Pakistan Community with a Shared Future Through Mutual Learning of Civilizations. This session aims to strengthen mutual understanding, cultural exchange, academic collaboration, and shared learning between China and Pakistan, while also commemorating 75 years of diplomatic relations between the two countries. It will further encourage women's participation in innovation, scientific entrepreneurship, and the broader global ecosystem. It is now my honor to introduce our respected guest speaker, Professor Dr. Sao Chi Hong, a distinguished academician from the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, Beijing, China. We are truly grateful for her presence and for taking the time to share her valuable insights and experiences with us today. I would also like to sincerely acknowledge the continuous support and guidance of Dr. Asma Arif, focal person of the Women Development Department, University of Wa, for her leadership and dedication in organizing impactful academic platforms for students. Ladies and gentlemen, I now formally hand over the session to our respected focal person, Dr. Asma Arif, who will further continue the proceedings and introduce our guest speaker in detail. Over to you, Dr. Asma.
Thank you so much, Myra. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to everyone. On behalf of the Women Development Department, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed guest speaker, Professor Dr. Sao Chi Hong, to our distinguished guests, and to our valued participants. We are truly honored to have you all here with us for today's workshop. This workshop aims to highlight and to honor the 75 years of China-Pakistan diplomatic relations by highlighting and promoting women participation in innovation, scientific and economic engagements, and the broader socio-economic ecosystem as a means of strengthening bilateral ties. This workshop is being conducted under the Female Ambassador Program, Women Development Department, Government of Punjab, as a part of its continued efforts to promote gender-inclusive participation in academia and economic development. Before proceeding formally, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Women Development Department and the Government of Punjab for making this session possible. Today, 21st May, is very important in the history of Pakistan and China diplomatic relations, as today we have completed our 75 years of the friendship. So we have chosen today a very engaging topic, as the relationship between China and Pakistan is considered one of the strongest and most enduring diplomatic partnership in Asia. Over the last 75 years, both countries have supported each other not only politically, but also economically, culturally, and strategically, building a relationship that is often described as higher than Himalayas and deeper than oceans. If we see the past, China and Pakistan have continuously emphasized dialogue, diplomacy, and the regional cooperation as essential tools for maintaining peace, stability, and the mutual trust in the region. Universities and research can also play the role in developing, innovating, and sustainable solutions to the challenges faced by the Pakistan across various sectors, and including education, technology, energy, health, and economic development. Today, the theme Corridor to Bridge, constructing the China Pakistan community with a shared future through mutual learning of civilization reflects the vision of transforming the China Pakistan economic corridor from merely an economic partnership into a broader platform for cultural exchange, academic collaboration, people to people connectivity, and shared progress. This relationship not only strengthen bilateral cooperation but also contribute to the regional development, intercultural understanding, and long-term peace and prosperity. To talk on this issue and to honor the 21st May, to, we have invited Professor Dr. Sao Hong from the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, Beijing, China. Professor Sao, first of all, we warmly welcome you in the University of Wa once again. Today you are behind
Thank you.
Today you are behind the screen, but I am very much sure very soon we would invite you again to visit Pakistan as well. So, Professor Sao, I warmly welcome you to please share your insight on the topic corridor to bridge, and that is specifically with reference to the 75 years of Pakistan and China relationship. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asma, and also thank you for our host. Thank you for warmly welcoming me and also the brief, no, the detailed introduction. I'm so happy to be here again and distinguished scholars and teachers and students. Hello there. And I'm so happy and yeah, a big honor to be here to give a talk exactly on this day. And today is the exact day that China and Pakistan made the diplomatic, relationship. Yeah. So I'm so happy. Yeah. So, okay, actually, it's not my first time to give talk here. And yeah, as Asma introduced, I have been to University of Wa last year during the October. Yeah, during October, I stayed there for 2 weeks. And now, firstly, let me to give the talk firstly about my topic. Now, I will share my screen. Go. Okay, can you see my presentation, PowerPoint? Okay, okay. Oh, wait. Let me. Okay, so today my topic is about the constructing the China-Pakistan community with a shared future through mutual learning of civilizations, especially for this 75th anniversary of China-Pakistan diplomatic relationships. Actually, my topic focuses on mutual learning of civilizations. As we all know, most the research or topic about China and Pakistan, mostly on the perspective of economic, right? The CPEC, economic connection, and the CPEC 1, all those. Yeah, now we step into CPEC 2. But today I would like to talk from a different perspective from civilization. And okay, actually, this year, the 75 years of the ties of China-Pakistan is really an enduring friendship. And we started from 1951, and Pakistan is also one of the earliest country to recognize New China. This is a big support. And we experienced a rare, enduring friendship in modern international relations. And our friendship tested by the global and internal shifts. And now we are experiencing the strategic upgrade from the bilateral cooperation to global South solidarity. And the core drivers for this new upgrade actually is people-to-people bonds. So what is the core question of my talk? Actually, my talk want to focus on these. What is the intrinsic logic behind this shared future? I mean, not only focus on the phenomenon, but also to try to explore what's the things behind our two civilizations make us together. And second, how does it transcend the clash of civilizations fatalism? As we know now, in the past 30 years in the Western, there is a theory that different civilizations cannot, stay together peacefully like this. So all the civilizations have conflicts. But we, China and Pakistan, give an example to not to deny that theory. Yeah. So how does it transcend this clash of civilization fatalism? And the third, what is the paradigm significance for the global south? As we know now, it's so obvious that the global south is rising. Yeah. So our cooperation from corridor to bridge. Yeah, this is my keywords. Firstly, our relationship focus on corridor. But now I would like to put it into bridge. Actually, it's not only one bridge, different bridges between our two countries. Okay, so first let's take a look at actually it's not from 1951. It's far earlier than that, as we all know. In ancient time, we already have connection. Yeah, so Gandhara heritage and the roots of China-Pakistan civilizational mutual learning already started from there. So now let's take a historical journey of shared origins. Okay, as all we know, Gandhara is a crossroads of civilizations because the location of it is a strategic hub is along the ancient Silk Road. Yeah, it's located in the northern Pakistan, as we know. So it is a melting pot of diverse cultures, a geographical convergence zone fostering unprecedented civilizational exchange. And there has unique fusion of Greek sculpture and Buddhist culture. And this art actually influenced China. And it's an art form closest to China, demonstrated convincing evidence of ancient China civilization exchange with the world. How? Okay, the dawn of the Buddhist transmission, actually from the 3rd century BCE, there is the emergence in Gandhara. And then on the 1st century CE is the eastward of transmission, Buddhism. And many Buddhist and some Buddhist monks brought scriptures to China via the ancient Silk Road. And then Buddhism came to China, introduced to China along the Silk Road. And also there are some monumental translation. A high monk from Gandhara, he translated the vast Buddhist scriptures in Chang'an, in China. So this is the religion, the Buddhism, how Buddhism came to China along the Silk Road. And okay, after the Buddhism came to China, and by the important hub of the Gandhara. And China, there are different Chinese monks, high monks, also went to ancient India, especially in Gandhara, to learn Buddhism and even teach there. Yeah. So, for example, during the Jin dynasty, there's a monk Fa Xian. Yeah, also I mentioned during my last trip in University of Wa. Okay, Fa Xian, 13 years of trip from the 399 years to 412. And he went to the ancient India and Gandhara and to learn the documented prosperity, witnessed numerous Buddhist monasteries and a period of religious prosperity. And they went there, and he wrote a book, a record of Buddhist kingdoms. And inside also wrote the information about Gandhara. And then the most famous one is Xuanzang in Tang Dynasty China here. And he spent 19 years from China to ancient India to learn the, Buddhism. And especially, he visited Taxila twice and traveled to there. And I myself very lucky by the help of the University of Hua and accompanied by Dr. Alif and also visited this place. Yeah. So okay, Xuanzang, this monk also wrote the historical record, a book, Journey to the West of the Great Tang. Inside also wrote the information about the, Gandhara Shrine along the Silk Road. And by these religion, Buddhism exchange already connected us. Yeah. And then, okay, actually, as we know, in Gandhara, there are more than 5,000 Buddhist sites discovered. And okay, the Tibetan from China, what happened? And from China, the influence of Gandhara for China is first shaping Chinese Buddhist art. As we know, the Gandhara Buddhist, the Buddha, style, actually, when came to China, here China, the same style, So Gandhara art significantly influenced early Chinese Buddhist sculptures and aesthetics. And second, there are some evidence from Taxila, some sculptures and release unearthed from Taxila confirm its pivotal shaping role. And the third, the Grotto masterpiece. In China, there is also very important harbor city, Dunhuang. In Dunhuang, there is Mogao grottos, so famous, and also in Shanxi, Yungang, also have the grottos. Okay, so the Gandhara style actually have very deep impact, for these two places masterpiece. Yeah. So this is from Pakistan side to China. And then from China side to Pakistan or to Gandhara is from the 7th century onwards, Tibetan Buddhist art spread back to the northern Pakistan via the Plateau Silk Road, creating two-way civilizational exchange. So this is a mutual exchange. Yeah. And okay, on the other, this is a religion aspect. So the other aspect, for example, technological and knowledge exchange. And in China, that time's Tang Dynasty, the paper-making technology introduced into Pakistan. And hydraulics and traditional medicine also introduced to Pakistan from China. And sure, from Pakistan, the astronomy and the calendars are also introduced, influenced, Tang Dynasty in China's, calendars and astronomy. So China also have a long history of astronomy and calendars, but at this time, we have the mutual exchange. So, okay, to conclude the first part, I would like to say, from the ancient time, we already have the connection and Gandhara as a symbol of shared origin and future. And Gandhara is more than a historical memory, and it symbolizes the shared origins of China-Pakistan civilizations, providing deep historical legitimacy for building a contemporary China-Pakistan now community of shared future. Yeah. So still, some continuers of the ancient dialogue. You know what? 2023 in Beijing, Forbidden City, the Palace Museum, and in Gansu, the very important province along the Silk Road, there were two exhibitions about our Gandhara, art exhibitions. Yeah. So see, our connection from ancient time already started. Yeah. So, and also the important thing is our connection started from the same origins of civilization. So this is the first aspect I would like to say. And what we found, we got the key insights from these millennials of exchange. First one, China-Pakistan exchange characterized by bilateral, equal, and mutually beneficial patterns from the outside. not one-way culture export or civilizational conquest. Now there were so many medias, especially some Western medias called that, okay, China is doing the, civilization conquest, culture export to the other countries. No. So by China and Pakistan ancient communication, we noticed we are equal, bilateral, and mutually beneficial. Yeah. And second, the Silk Road is a material carrier, highlights the geographical connectivity as fundamental for mutual learning. Yeah. So, okay, this is the first one. We should tell the world. And the second aspect, we will step into the modern time. Yeah. So China-Pakistan all-weather partnership, political logic and CPEC 1 economic practice. From the political trust to symbiotic economic development. We will analyze from the geopolitical and economic aspects. And actually, this is the most scholars were, doing this work from this perspective. Okay, first, our roots. What is our roots of our enduring friendship? As we know, I already mentioned, first, cultural genes. We have the civilizational exchange forms from the historical bedrock. And second, we have the 75 years of trust from political trust and economic cooperation since 1951. Okay. And then now we are stepping into institutionalization, transforming the inherent bond into an institutionalized cooperative framework. So, but as we know, before the CPEC 1, we already step into the modern time, we already have a cooperation. And this cooperation was benefited for both of us. The Karakoram Highway, yeah? So this is the bridging the ancient and the modern between China and Pakistan. So actually, we can say this is a project is a modern engineering meets ancient past because it connects the Xinjiang Kashgar with northern Pakistan. Now, there were many sections of this monumental highway directly overlap with the ancient Silk Road route. Yeah. So as we know, in the Hunza Valley, there were some discoveries. Archaeological discovers a northern Wei style, China Wei dynasty style, and carved on the cliffs along the Indus River. Yeah, that was the 5th century CE. Yeah. So, and also, this is an diplomatic and trade evidence. This artifact provides concrete evidence of early diplomatic and trade exchange between China, Northern Wei, and Southern Asia. And a step into modern times, we built this road. And we all know that for building this road, China and Pakistan, totally 800 people contributed for this. And I visited Islamabad also. In the monument, Pakistan monument, there are still the handprints of those people who contributed for this highway. Yeah. So, okay, before CPEC 1, we already started our cooperation. Then, okay, let's see the CPEC 1. Actually, how we can make this, cooperation actually based on the unwavering mutual support on core interests. For Pakistan, give the firm stance, for example, one China principle, yeah, principle, because especially New China. And when New China just established at that time, 1949, actually, in the world, the previous Chinese government still there, they in the UN still have the position. And but New China CPC party leading the New China, and we need the world to recognize us. There's only one China, and all as you know that Taiwan problem now. Okay, one China. Pakistan support China, and Pakistan also supported domestic and maritime unity. And for example, about Xinjiang, Tibet, Hong Kong, and South China Sea, all these, questions, and Pakistan supported us. So for Pakistan, China also gave strong backing, yeah, from what aspect? For example, state sovereignty. So defenses Pakistan's independence and territorial integrity. China was in at the back. And also, we support Pakistan to choose their own development path. Yeah. So we support Pakistan's right to pursue a model aligned with its national conditions. As we know, now in the whole world, some countries only want we follow their path, right? But every country have their own different condition. So every country have their own right to choose their own path. So China support Pakistan to choose your own part. And okay, this is the one of the basic that the two countries actually the two countries cooperation is not only a strategic choice, it's not a diplomatic rhetoric. It's forged and tested through major crises in the past 75 years. And this mutual support established a global benchmark for maintaining state sovereignty and strict non-interference amidst modern global challenges. Yeah, so this is one aspect. And the second, about the birth of CPEC, is a strategic imperative. And the overarching logic of this CPEC one actually is mutual political trust. And this must be anchored by deep economic fusion, right? So we believe each other, politicals, but economic is also important. It's the hunger. So launched in 2013, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the CPEC, as we know, yeah, the CPEC materialized directly from this strategic imperative. And okay, so by this, we can see from the two aspects, two sides. First, China's strategic need. Actually, we need our China's, Western development to systematically boost the development and opening up of China's western regions like Xinjiang, all those areas. Yeah. So we need to create new corridors for trade and growth. Okay, for Pakistan, actually need infrastructure and energy. And actually, these two sides is the major, we can say, obstacle, the thing that, how to say, obstacling, yeah. So influenced Pakistan development to urgently address long-standing crippling energy shortages and critical infrastructure and deficiencies. Pakistan also need this. Yeah. So, okay, we should see everything from both sides, not only one side. So from both sides, we both need this cooperation. So that's why CPEC 1 can, we can make it. We can make it. So, okay, let's see the early harvest. Actually, most of us know. Yeah? So, energy sector transformation. Okay, for the first aspect is energy. Yeah. So the strategic focus. First one is the energy. Let me see. Okay, we have some categorical project breakdown. Yeah, coal-fired power plants, and as we know, and clean energy projects. Yeah, and some famous ones. All you are familiar. And totally, we how to say, we together created 8,904 megawatts of capacity added. Yeah, and totally the investment is 18 billion United USA dollars. Yeah, so okay, and for transportation, we all know the KKH. Yeah, and we also know the Lahore Metro. I am so happy and so surprised and happy that in Lahore there's metro. And my Pakistan here, I'm also teaching the international students. Most of my international students are from Pakistan. And whenever we have a talk, they are so happy. They said that because I asked so many developing country and Belt and Road country students, in your country you have metro or not? Most of them said no, they don't have. Some now China also helping or constructing, but they Pakistani students so proud we have, So okay, for the metro and also for the, as we know, maritime and aviation hubs, especially Gwadar Port, yeah. So we have the new international airport there, yeah. So okay, this transportation. And the CPEC has tangible economic impact. I think all these data you are very familiar. Yeah, for the job within China, this CPEC one provided more than 260,000 of job positions, and for the tax 2.12 US billion of dollars. Yeah. And also the direct investment is $25.4, and cumulative investment totally more than $25.9. Yeah. Okay. For booming, actually, CPEC 1 boomed the bilateral trade, not only Pakistan, but also China. And we see the increase of the numbers of the, outpacing the region. Yeah. So this double-digit growth trajectory was achieved in a challenging environment, running counter to the global trade slowdown. All the world, due to different reasons are dropping, but we are increasing. Yeah. So, okay. So now, upgraded export structure from China to Pakistan actually increased the share of high-end and technology-driven products. For example, now we focus on PV models, smartphones, lithium batteries. Yeah. So, okay, CPEC 1 actually is a development-oriented model. Yeah, the core is traditional aid conditionality model contrasted. Yeah. So the CPAC approach is fundamentally distinct from historical dominant condition heavy models. And the development-oriented difference, CPAC strictly adheres to a policy of non-interference, attaching zero political conditions to economic cooperation. So our economic cooperation without any political condition. Yeah. So, okay, then we got from the infrastructure and the energy give us the base, yeah, the foundation. For Pakistan, the foundation established the foundation of industrialization. For China, give the foundation of strategic channel opening, yeah, and all these other symbiotic benefits, and all we got this achieved this because of the guiding principles extensive consultation, joint contribution, shared benefits. Only we made it. Yeah. So, okay, that was CPEC 1. Okay, so for CPEC 2, now we are stepping into CPEC 2. So I would like to give some, analysis the upgrading logic and institutionalizing civilizational exchange. Yeah. So from corridor to bridge, my second keyword, bridge. Yeah. So, okay, actually, this is a upgrading logic. I think all we agree that it's from hardware to software. And also, for this step two, it's mostly institutionalizing and also civilizational exchange. Yeah. And also value share. Yeah, value share. So, okay. Beyond the economic interests, our CPAC 2 actually is have a deeper drive. CPAC's achievements are significant, yet it's more than just economic coupling. It's a platform for profound civilizational dialogue. And this is the core essence of from corridor to bridge, not only economy, not only those, construction of those those plans, all those highway. No, not only that, it's civilization, mutual civilization exchange. Okay, so now it's a new year for CPAC. Yeah. So, okay. the strategic from the actually CPEC 2 started from the seventh China-Pakistan former minister strategic dialogue, yeah, held in Beijing, and then started the CPEC 2. And the strategic transition actually is from the infrastructure focused to high quality development. What is high quality? Infrastructure is just a basic thing. And the next level is high quality and a better life for the people. So the key focus of CPEC 2 is industrial enablement, livelihood improvement, and capacity building. What this mean? This means uh, by your own, you can, by China and Pakistan, by their own, they can, give the people better livelihood. They can make the industry promote, and they can make the capacity, promote it. Yeah. So this is the difference, not only the basic of infrastructure. So if we want to see this, we should actually connect the five corridors and Pakistan's 5E alignments. Yeah. As you know, there's a big plan of Pakistan. Yeah. So actually now I'm cooperating with my international students from Pakistan to write a paper about China's 5-year plan and Pakistan's plan. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. From the growth corridor, innovation corridor, green corridor, livelihood corridor, and the connectivity, all these actually can totally connected with now 5E export, e-Pakistan, environment, energy, equity, and empowerment and regional integration. So this is the trend, yeah, and the connection from the CPEC 1 to CPEC 2. They can joint. Yeah. So, okay, CPEC 2 actually expanded the focuses to from the, smart manufacturing, digital interconnection, AI. For example, see here, CPEC 2 is industry and smart, yeah, smart MFG, IT and digital interconnect, agriculture and security, vocational and training, and AI ecosystem and cyber. As Ambassador Da highlighted, these are the five, aspects, focuses. And for the vocational training, as I know, already here in your Tianjin and Pakistan already have cooperation for the training of the vocational, talents. Yeah. So, okay. Then next, from the hardware to software developed, actually, from the CPEC 1 is road networks, right? Power plants, port development, right? But the CPEC 2 is software and technology transfer, capacity building, institutional alignments, cultural exchange. So it's from physical connection to knowledge and value connection. So not only the physical, the knowledge and the value. In the whole world, actually, so many countries are saying that how can China and Pakistan be this much nice relationship? They are totally different civilization. Yeah. So one Chinese have ancient civilization. Pakistan is Islam, right? Yeah. So okay, actually on my class, it's true. Okay, it did happen. Last year in my class, China Panorama for the international students. And my students usually they give presentation. One group from Pakistan, the students gave a presentation to introduce China and Pakistan, how we cooperated, how we have the nice relationship. After the presentation, usually students will have questions. One student from Africa raised one question, said, what you said is true. Why I think China and Pakistan is totally different civilization. You are an Islamic country. How possible you have this much nice relationship with China? Totally different, you know. So then my Pakistani students give answer, and I also give answer. We said the same thing. So different civilizations doesn't mean they cannot coexist. Opposite, they can coexist and they can find the common sense. And China and Pakistan, We are different from civilization, but we have the same origin, same value, you know. And then the Pakistan students introduce that. For example, we Pakistani students regard our teacher as parents, always respect. Yeah. So, okay, China also, Confucius already taught Chinese people to respect the teachers as parents. See, we have the same, culture, same value. So, that is really a time I never forgot that when the whole world is doubting China and Pakistan, and the Chinese people and the Pakistani people is standing together to say the same thing. Yeah. So this is a real story happened on my class. So I would like to share here. Yeah. So, okay, why? Because CPAC 2, we already changed from the physical connection to knowledge and value connection. This is the difference. Okay, so economy as a catalyst for cultural understanding, it is essential, right? So as we already mentioned, the highway and so many projects, yeah, but we don't see from the physical aspect. We see the highway actually is not only a highway, but also boost the tourism in Pakistan and China, especially between these two countries, right? So, okay, the Gwadar port, is an interaction among tech experts, business, and the people. And the agriculture projects not only benefited the agriculture, but Chinese and Pakistani sharing the knowledge, yeah, for drip irrigation, improved seeds, and sustainable farming practices. We shared this knowledge, yeah, and also the scientific destiny of China and Pakistan import is not only import but also a vivid example of scientific collaboration and shared destiny. Yeah. So we don't see all those in just by surface. We should see deep and behind. Yeah. So okay. Now we are deepening our people to people bonds. Yeah, I myself actually is one of the person that benefited by this. Yeah. So okay, this people to people's bonds actually broadening the interactions, expanded the dialogue across science, education, healthcare, culture, and think tanks. And for example, the Lahore Rifi Peer Cultural Center, yeah. So this is a key institutional milestone promoting the global civilization initiative, and is actively fostering the heart-to-heart and soft connectivity between nations. And as President Zadari's vision, he mentioned that the partnership between China and Pakistan is rooted in history, nurtured by win-win cooperation. And from the historical depths, our deputy secretary Jahanzab, yeah, so also said the deep friendship transcends trade, rooted in shared history and mutual respect from the ancient Silk Road ties. Yeah. So this is CPAC 2, yeah, people to people bonds. And okay, we also enhanced the humanities exchange and shared memory. We have our shared memory. For example, cultural tourism, yeah, as I already mentioned, and also the interaction hubs, all those ones, and our same memory. So every project we cooperated is our same, our shared memory, right? Yeah, and also this brought the institutional links. This is CPEC 2. Okay, let's see from general. Okay, so okay, from CPAC 1 is from hardware, and CPAC 2 changed to software. And CPAC 1 is physical connection, and CPAC 2 knowledge and value. And CPAC 1 is economic enable, and CPAC 2 is a civilizational catalyst. Okay, this is the second part I would like to share. And okay. CPEC 2, a civilizational corridor, upgrading our relationship. and build the bridges, bridges, not only infrastructure, but also different aspects, bridges, institutional knowledge and value levels. Yeah. So, okay. Then I would like to discuss with you guys and the theoretical contribution of China and Pakistan community of shared future, this cooperation, what we made on the theoretical aspect. Yeah. So, okay, actually, first and important, we broke the clash of civilizations theory, as I mentioned. Yeah. So, okay, what is that theory? I think all of us are familiar with this because why? In the past 30 years, it was there. It was there pointing here and there to the world. So, as we know, Huntington's, this theory, the theory he proposed in 1993, and his theory is predicted that post-Cold War conflicts, will not be driven by ideology or in economics, but by culture, cultural and religious identities. See, that's why that question raised up in my class by the other country students. So, okay, this series of targets is specifically, singled out Islamic civilization and Chinese civilization as the primary potential threats to the West. As all we know, now China, how to say, in the past years, around 10 years, I think, yeah, United States was doing different, trying to control, to stop China's development, right? Why? Because they thought we are threatened, yeah? So, okay, this is the clash of civilization. The core idea of this is civilization are inherently prone to conflict. He assumes that different cultures are closed, homogeneous, and cannot peacefully coexist. So this in the past 30 years was there. So what we do, I'm so proud. I think you guys also, we are so proud. We make this, China-Pakistan make a powerful counter narrative. Yeah. So as we know, China is one of the representative of the ancient Chinese civilization with profound historical roots. Yeah. And Pakistan is the model state deeply rooted in Islamic culture and religious identity, also with a long history. But in the past 75 years of interaction, we directly refuse the clash prediction, right? So that Huntington's core thesis is not an inevitable historical law, no, because we already showed the world. And China development offers positive energy for developing nations. And this is not me, I said, this is the former Pakistani caretaker Prime Minister Kaka, and he said. And also, our 75 relationship embodies mutual respect and learning, entirely distinct from notions of cultural superiority or civilization expansion. Yeah, we made it. Yeah. And we have different civilization background, but we made it. Yeah. So let's see how we made it. First aspect from the epistemology. Yeah. So okay, China and Pakistan is mutual learning. It's not conflict. As the flow of Huntington's. Yeah. So he said all those, but what we made from this, the flaw of him I already introduced, not what we made, the reality in China and Pakistan. First, we thrived through cooperation, demonstrates clearly that fundamentally different civilizations can coexist and prosper together rather than inevitably clash. Second, we have the historical and contemporary integration. The historical, as we know, Silk Road, deep traditions of mutual learning, yeah, and contemporary is CPAC 1 and 2. Okay, and under the global civilization initiative, what we did totally, according to this GCI, this global civilization initiative, perfectly aligns with the global civilization initiative core mandate. What's that? Promoting shared human values and actively transcending artificial cultural divides. And then we come to the practice. Our practice is development priority, not value export. So, okay, to how to say, tell the Huntington that the reality of us is shared development. First, unconditional cooperation, as we all know. And second, redefining the diplomatic success. So, as Pakistan Ambassador Hashmi noted, ties have reached a rare height in modern state relations. And crucially, this height is defined by shared infrastructure and prosperity, not by forcing one nation to adopt the values of the other. No, the economy, development. Yeah. So strategic trust over convergence between us. So the model proves that deep strategic trust is built through shared development benefits, overriding the need for value convergence. So as we know, any country, people's living is important and the country's development is important. Yeah. So this is the basic. And okay, the third aspect, security view. Actually, China and Pakistan, we jointly combating terrorism. We both have the zero tolerance for terrorism, right? So for safety, for the world, not only for our areas. And okay, the key milestone is 2023, the trilateral consultation between China, Pakistan, and Iran, and especially now, Pakistan is doing great job for the Iraq is Israel, yeah, Israel and the United States war. You did a great job, yeah. You are trying to for the regional safety. You are trying all your best, yeah. So okay, actually all our cooperation is a highly successful implementation of the Global Security Initiative. It's a directly promoted the stability. Yeah. So, okay, this transcended the dilemma. The comprehensive common security approach fundamentally bypasses traditional alliance building, effectively dismantling and transcending Western zero-sum security paradigms. All we know, yeah. So no, between us, it's common security, not zero-sum. Yeah. And okay, so now China and Pakistan is giving the world a new paradigm for inter-civilizational relationship. Now we are citing a robust model. Yeah. So China-Pakistan community of shared future offers a highly viable and robust model for modern international relations. And also, we are peaceful coexistence. We told the world. And we also provide a concrete, functional alternative to zero-sum, conflict-driven narratives, and popularized by the West for the past 30 years. And we also give a practical example. We are a pioneer, yeah? Real-world example of building a comprehensive community with a shared future for mankind. Yeah. So, okay, we did this. First, yeah, refuting the clash of that theory, the clash of civilization, this theory. And okay, this unique practice provides irrefutable empirical evidence against the 1993 theory, 70 years of that. Yeah, 70 years of harmony proves peaceful development and equal mutual learning is the true norm. Okay, this is one of we made to the world from theoretical. Okay, and then okay, so another big background of today is actually the power of the world, is shifting, right? is shifting, and the global south is rising. Yeah. So let's see our relationship by this background. Yeah. So, okay. So we also have China-Pakistan, a community of shared future, actually serves as a vital reference for global South nations exploring new international relations. And an era of rising of the global South and profound reshaping of the global order, China-Pakistan cooperation holds significance beyond bilateral ties. And we have the common tasks, China and Pakistan. Yeah. What are our tasks? Modernization, all we needed. Improving livelihoods, all we need. And safeguarding, all we need. The whole world even need. And national sovereignty. This is also very important. Yeah. So, okay, both nations uphold not bilateral, multilateralism and strongly advocate for comprehensive global governance reform to reflect developing interests. Yeah. So by this, we also contribute. Yeah. So, okay, what is the global South solution framework? Yeah, it's actually first autonomous choice. So every country have the right to choose their own developing path. Yeah, first and second, mutual beneficial model. Yeah, not only one side benefited. And third, security governance. Yeah, so non-traditional security threats, we don't allow those terrorism out there. Yeah. So, okay, the fourth, eco-mutual learning. Yeah, eco-mutual learning. And okay, first up, we respect the sovereignty choices. Yeah. So China and Pakistan, for the vast number of developing countries, this offers a cooperative model entirely distinct from historical Western approaches. And for us, we mutual respect for path. Pakistan respect China's path. Yeah. So socialism with Chinese characteristics. Okay, China respect Pakistan's path. You have your plan, yeah, your future. Okay. And second, three nine principles. What three nine? So non-imposition, non-interference, and none, always say zero attached political conditions. This is so important. And also the third, we both know we should give the right to the people to choose the future. Yeah, all the government was for the people, so empowered the people. So this is our respecting our sovereign choices. And second, the model for win-win development. As I already told, our cooperation, our win-win development, not like a Marshall Plan, Now the West told that China now is doing the Marshall Plan, yeah? So no, it's not this one. Oh, a reenactment of traditional colonial economic relations. No, I think this Pakistan can answer, right? So, and our cooperation actually is led by infrastructure, driven by industry, aimed at improving people's livelihood. And we have the shared benefit, upholds extensive consultation and joint contribution, welcomes the third parties even, yeah, multilateralism, yeah. So, and also our model already get a public, good-oriented model providing the replicable experience for high-quality BRI, Belt and Road Initiative. It's already a global scalability. Yeah. So other than that, collaborative approach to security. We have the shared threat landscape, as we said. Yeah, no traditional facing the non-traditional security threats such as terrorism and extremism. China and Pakistan collaborate closely, and also project viability. For example, all those ensures the safe and smooth progression of CPAC projects, and also in regional governance for the institutional mechanism. Yeah. So, okay, all these is our approach for security. And the fourth aspect, fostering cultural exchange and understanding. We respect diversity. We have our common principles, and we protect heritage. This in China and Pakistan did a great job. We protect the heritage and also have some direct exchange, people to people for education. As I introduced, now we have the Belt and Road, ANSO scholarship, yeah, Belt and Road scholarship. China have government scholarship, and the most international students in China is Pakistani, yeah. So yeah, for this, the cultural exchange and understanding. And also, we together expanded our influence beyond the bilateral ties. So we have our bilateral foundation, yeah, by this cooperation. And then we jointly released a 5-point initiative on the Middle East issue calling for immediate, ceasefire. And also, we firmly uphold the outcomes of World War II and the core purpose and principles of the United Nations Charter. As we know, UN Charter, especially recent years, was, ignored by some country, right? But we both said we should follow that. Yeah. So, and also we together strengthened coordination within various multilateral frameworks to deepen the CPCSF, as we mentioned before, logic globally. So multilateral leadership. Yeah. So this is that the how to say this China, what China and Pakistan did, and the enduring significance of China and Pakistan solution. Actually, we have the shared future presence, a comprehensive and replicable model for global South cooperation. Yeah, for this background, this big initiative background, we made these contributions. So, okay, sum up. Yeah. So, all I talked, I would like to share that actually most people or scholars is trying, mostly usually analyze China-Pakistan relationship as economic cooperation, yeah, infrastructure cooperation. But actually, not only that. We have different contributions for this world. So now let me summarize. Contribution one, civilizational mutual learning. As I already said, we are mutual learning and from civilization. So, okay, the fallacy is a closed essentialism. For example, Huntington's flow is a side that civilization cannot coexist, right? So, okay, what we do, we product this cooperation. Global civilization can coexist. Yeah. So we proved empirically that vastly different civilizations can cooperate productively with profound mutual respect. And it actively promotes and elevates common human values. Yeah. So second contribution. So is development first, not value export. Yeah. So zero political conditions between us. This told the world no conditions between us. What is the major thing? Major thing development. Development for whom? For people. Yeah. So we focus on practical needs for both countries. And also, all this diplomatic success is measured by shared development benefits and deep strategic trust, not by the degree of ideological convergence. Yeah. So, as Hashmil side, yeah. So, okay, Ambassador Hashmil side, relations have reached the highest rarely seen in modern state relations. That's why we say China and Pakistan, the friendship is so strong. And even as you all know, in China, we have a special title for Pakistanis, Batia, right? Iron brother. Yeah, iron brother. So, okay, the third contribution for the world, us did, is the common security, not zero sum. Yeah, we have these many key milestones. So for the regional expansion and for the global implementation and zero tolerance policy, all those. Yeah. So this is for the security. And okay, the last one for the global south, as I already introduced, this is we shared an identical set of critical historical tasks. What is that? Modernization, livelihood improvement, defending sovereignty, advancing multilateralism. And we are the leading example. And China and Pakistan stand at the forefront of the profound reshaping of the international order. Yeah, international order. So this is the major contribution. And for this one, we already know. Yeah, for the global south and autonomy and win-win, sovereignty, mutual beneficial, and common security, all these. Yeah, equal. Okay, actually, our relationship is from bilateral model to multilateral leadership. The partnership is actively elevating its influence, scaling from a bilateral exemplar to a guiding force in global multilateralism. Yeah. So we start from both of us. Now we are stepping. We are giving the world a model, an example. Yeah. So not only we both benefiting, but also the whole world. Yeah. For example, in the Middle East, yeah, coordination and in the global governance. Yeah, all these. So this is us, China and Pakistan. Yeah. So I would like to say that uh, oh, this is next. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I would like to say that China and Pakistan already have a 75-year journey towards a shared future. And in future, we will continue. We will go forever. And our friendship is not only by this cooperation, but also by the heart, by the people, by different every aspects. Yeah. So actually, this is the major contents of my talk. But now I would like to add my CPAC 2 Pro. Yeah. So, okay. I'm so honored and a pleasure that last year, University of Wa, and you invited me to attend one international conference and gave a keynote speech. And also, I stayed there and also invited with two of my colleagues and invited there to give 2 weeks of training course for the teachers, university teachers of Pakistan. And these here are some pictures of that. Yeah. So see, I was, telling joke with my friends and students. I said, see, your teacher, your 老师, yeah. See in the middle picture, your 老师 is like a leader, international leader. But this happened in Pakistan, and we were so welcome, warmly welcomed. And I always remember this, moment. That time, actually, be frankly, that time, in my heart, oh my God, so honored. Yeah. So, okay, this is our cooperation. Not the start. Started already, started a year, so many years before with asthma. We wrote articles for in China. There's a highest, newspaper of our central media, and we work on articles together, and we applied project together, and also then this happened last year. And now today, at the exact 75 years of China-Pakistan diplomatic, relationship, my talk is also happening. So this is my CPAC 2. And I would like to share some pictures, just, a quick review of our moment. So this is in the left picture is the picture when we were in front of the gate of the University of Wa. And why we took picture with the two guard gentlemen? Because they are so gentle, every time when we came and when we left, they are so, warmly and also always smiling, so big smiling. So make our heart so warm. And also, do some salute to us. Yeah. So, and this is the picture that when we entered the meeting hall, yeah, that time. And okay, and this is giving the lectures and our yeah. Okay, professor. See here. Yeah, you are giving us the certificate. Yeah, I'm giving the talk and the class and all these. You know, I cannot forget this experience. Yeah, we were in with our poster and we visit different departments of University of Hua and also with the students and even see this is in Asma's office. Yeah, and this one is so cute, right? The kid, the baby, so cute. You know, so cute. I love him because we met in Asma's office, and I think this picture also shows our love between people to people. Yeah, so between people to people, and. This is also there's that conference and we were invited to go attended one session and issued the certification for the students and the presenters. Yeah, so I really feel so happy and so honored, and that was my CPAC 2 Pro. Yeah. So, okay, I think I speak too much. So, thank you so much. Shukriya. Yeah. So, okay, what I want to say is here, and I hope like a long life of China-Pakistan friendship, and we will contribute more to the world. We both country will be the model, the example of the world to tell them that mutual equal exchange of different civilization, mutual equal benefit of different countries is true. And it is the number one, example for the world. Okay? Yeah, that's all, Asma.
Thank you so much, Professor Sao. Such a
Yeah, let me.
insightful and informative presentation. And at the end of your presentation, it was really touching our hearts as you have reviewed everything, as we have invited you here in University of Wa, and we again are planning to have some more. We have more plans to invite this year or next year again in the Pakistan along with your team. Before
You.
opening the questioning and answering session, here we have first here we have Director Auric,
Yeah.
Professor Dr. Amjad Hassan. So first of all, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Amjad Hassan to please share his remarks. Ji sir, Dr. Saab.
Hi, Professor Sao.
Hello, Director Hassan.
And the glimpses and the pics you shared actually, well, refreshed our sweet memories that we spent some time together. And that was
Yeah,
productive, so enjoyable, so fulfilling. Um,
yeah.
Same feelings are here that we have not forgotten your contribution that you did to um,
And
develop skills and knowledge of our faculty, and at the same time, your contribution to multidisciplinary research international conference, where you spoke as a keynote speaker. And that,
thank you. Thank you for
well,
inviting me.
firstly, I must thank you for your such a comprehensive and such an informative talk, because but at the same time I would add over here that it's not unusual for me, because you speak always and so comprehensive that it's always very impressive, and today was no exception. And I, although did not attend the entire session, but the content I listened to was quite many things were actually. And I think that they are so useful. There's the key points I noted down with me, that like you differentiated like CPAC 1 to CPAC 2, from hardware to software, from like road network to plants, and development to, again, technology transfer, capability, institutional and cultural exchange. That's easy to understand for us, and really gives a narrative of the CPAC. And then you also pointed out to a very strong counter narrative of the relations that we have, and both the countries actually. And I must mention some other key points that China-Pakistan's this relationship actually refutes the notion of clash of civilization. That's so simple. That concept really migrated through our relationships. Otherwise, most of the people that I've listened to, various speakers and scholars, they believe in that. But the relationship Pakistan enjoy currently, that totally creates this concept, and that's I think one of the successes that we have, and the relationships and the and then some other things like respecting sovereign choices. Probably this is one of the strengths of relationships that we are proceeding successfully. We do not indulge in each other's personal affairs, and we choices, and a model of will. It's so beautiful, and the issue is to the north. I'm also touching this south development. Currently, it's in the hands of north. North, if you probably know it, that. And that's most of the time it's one-sided. It's not like mutual based on mutual benefits, but this development is a successful concept, and like cultural exchange and understanding, and expanding relations beyond bilateral ties. And I think we reach the level currently that we can that extent that we should expand these relations, and this is one of the examples for other countries as well. And global south, yes, that's again a very wonderful idea, and I think that this is the time that global south should now rise and realize that yes, they have the equal right, and they have the talent, they have the strengths to contribute to the development. And the good example is China-Pakistan's relationship. I talked about this last time as well, that although there's a very big difference between these two countries, like China is a big country, of course, worldwide, one of the world powers, economic power, military power, geographically it's too big, and Pakistan is too small when we compare it. But this is again worldwide a very good example that people should realize that a small country and a big country can live together, can develop together, can proceed together. And that's why I would say that I must say that when you end 75 years of relationship of journey towards a shared future, I loved it really. So this kind of understanding, if we have, I think countries can proceed. And I must appreciate currently the crisis, where Pakistan is playing its role to United States, Iran, and China is equally influential in this case. But China is relying on Pakistan. China is supporting Pakistan, and China is endorsing Pakistan's efforts in this conflict. What Pakistan is doing down and to normalize the relations between these two nations. So we appreciate all this, and I must say that there's no doubt in this that China and Pakistan have relations which are as strong as the iron you just talked about, iron brother, and as deep-rooted as the seas are, oceans, and as high as the skies. So there is, I would say, and I must thank you for such a well to faculty and students at the university, and all friends who are there online, and of course, is association because she is instrumental in making all this happen, and she is working to and scholars together, and that this technology is so, but even if you are just sitting in China, in Pakistan, but the technology has reduced this distance, and we are connected, and we are seeing each other, and so these words, I think that I don't know because the time is also short, and we have to give some time to the participants for the questions. And from my end, it's good. Thank you so much.
Thank thank you so much, Director. I should put the picture of us sharing the taste of, food, Pakistani food. So nice. Thank you so much for your comments, and I'm so happy to see you again and to be here. And I hope we can make some, university to university level or college to college level, make some centers. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk with Asma. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
now we are also planning to have the Pakistan and China Research and Studies Center. And basically, today we have invited you. That is also a part of that is a initial step as well. So we will work together in future as well as the Dr. Amjad said that a big country and a small country can live together. So me and you and University of Wa and the University Academy of Sciences have proved this. And uh, First of all, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Amjad Hassan. Your guidance and remarks are highly valued. And here we have our senior member from the Department of Economics, Dr. Sayyid Tahir Hussain Shah. I warmly welcome Dr. Sayyid Tahir Hussain Shah if he want to share his remarks on this day when we are celebrating 75 years of Pakistan and China. Ji, Dr. Sayyid Tahir Hussain Shah.
Only one word. Most welcome back, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here today we have very senior members from the other departments as well. Dr. Ma'am Bilkis Bano from the Department of Biosciences, Madam Naheed Malik, she is also from the Department of Biosciences. And now I welcome all the parties, online participants. If they have any question, they are welcome to directly ask with the Professor Dr. Sajir Hang.
May I ask question? I'm Dr. Ishad Aziz from Virtual University.
Ji,
Yes, yes.
please you can ask. Thank you.
Yeah. My question is that uh, as the madam said that Pakistan requires infrastructure and energy. So when China was at that transitional mode, what the China has done at that moment?
You mean the CPEC one, the infrastructure that what we did?
Yes, my question is that according to you, when you were discussing the CPEC,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
quoted that Pakistan requires infrastructure and energy. My question is that when China was at that transitional stage, what the China has done at that moment?
Okay. When China also need the infrastructure, that time what China did, yeah,
Yes, that the
right?
question.
Ah,
Yes.
good. Good question. I misunderstood. I thought you asked about China, what did it for Pakistan for the infrastructure. Now I understand. Okay. So actually, for China, when 1949, China just established, China was so poor. Our science technology, not zero, but really very little. Yeah, very little. So we also need those things. So what we did? First, our Chinese scientists, okay, this is a little related to history, okay? So in early modern times, from 1840, the Western countries came to China. China was Qingdai, it was feudal system, was backward of the world, totally backward. So the Western country came here. We can say they wanted to colonize, but they couldn't because why? too many countries came here. So everyone want to profit, so they didn't do totally colonized, but they did came here and they did influence China. Other than the the daily life suffer. So the other thing is uh, many treaties was made and China noticed, oh my God, we were so backward. So what Chinese people did, Chinese people thought, if so, we should learn from the advanced civilization countries of their technology. So, okay, during that time, China sent many students, even kids, young kids, to the other countries, the advanced countries. That time, the developed countries, United States, French, and Germany, even Japan, we sent those kids go abroad to study. That was feudal system. And then China have a revolution, step into Republic of China. So the time a little short time between before 1949. Okay, so when we stepped into that time, all those kids, educated, some of them, sorry, came back, contributed to the country. And then 1949, all those ones was already famous scholars, very high reputation scientists, and all of them, some of them already in the foreign country have a very nice life. But when China, this new country, needed them, everyone came back. Everyone came back and then they contributed to this country for science, for technology. And when you have the science and technology, okay, infrastructure and all those things is possible. Yeah, so first, China focus on talents. So this, I think now Pakistan, I noticed the changing, in previous years, the students of my Pakistani students, mostly, actually, be frankly, most of them have a nice family background, or, high position, all those. So kind of elite education. But now Pakistan is also, making the education for ordinary people. So, okay, China that time also did this. First, talent. Second, self-independent, no, self-reliable. So because that time the Western country also, cut off China from the other country. Okay, so what we did, we use our talents and just explore by ourselves, and the whole nation have one heart, So we must do it. We by ourselves we can do it. So, okay, so we focus a lot on science and technology. And until today, China have that strategy is science and education can make a country powerful. So until today, in China, the money invested to science and technology, take a very big portion. Yeah. So, okay, in the past time, we did this. And the third is opening. 1978, China have the policy reform and opening, then have the mutual exchange, with different countries with science and technology. And also, as we all know, like students go abroad, study, and then they come back and then do this. So this opening policy is also important. Because as we know, the whole world now actually is a village, it's a globalization, right? So not any country can live without the other countries. So, but by the mutual exchange, we can all develop together. So this is also aspect that China, what we did. So I think the others detailed is the project. China have, yeah, this is also a big thing that now Pakistan is also connecting with this. What? Long-term plan, 5-year plan. China every 5 year make the plan. What our plan made, So because this is also a true story on my class, Pakistani students, when I introduced China's 5-year plan, Pakistani students asked me, 老师, teacher, why China's every 5-year plan can achieve? even, achieve in advance. That time I was thinking, why you have this question? This is normal, right? Then I realized, oh, not every country's 5-year plan worked that much well. Even yesterday, I gave class of my Danish students and Western country students. They also said their 5-year plan very less time, achieved. Then I told this. And then I noticed Pakistan is also, mutual learning, right? So China have 5-year plan. Every leadership, for example, our leadership, national leadership, is 5 years. And the 5-year plan will be set, which year? The fourth year. So when the fourth year, the plan already set, and then the fifth year, already 1 year. So next party, whoever, will only follow this. So this is one of the wisdom of governance of China for this 5-year plan. In every 5-year plan, the technology and the science, we already make the plan and then we follow it. So all the infrastructure just constructed, by that. And I noticed that now Pakistan have Chinese is Tengfei Pakistan. I'm sorry, I forgot the exact word. It's like a Pakistan long-term plan of, make a Pakistan powerful, that one. So that one and China's 5-year plan, especially now we have the 15th 5-year plan. And these two now have many conjunction, connected. And this is good. So, okay, this is all what China did when we were weak, when we lack of infrastructure, talents, open policy, and also the plan. Yeah, 5-year plan. Yeah, this is the major thing. And science and technology, yeah, investment. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
what I can say. But more details.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So nice of you. Yes, we have also more than five years plans, but we are not following the single 5-year plan in the train, in the like the chain which you
Yeah.
have followed. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
I would like to add over here a bit to Dr. Ishad's point. She raised a question, and you very elaborately described it, and that's very true. But I would like to add a few more. That I must mention your honest and committed and capable leadership. That's one of the factors, no doubt. And at the same time, Chinese nation defined its objectives to reach a destination very clearly, and then
Yeah.
achieved those objectives through focused hard work. That is the actual philosophy, and that currently we lack. It's not the question of plans. We have, as Dr. Ishad said, many 5-year plans, but the questions of implementation, questions of the will to do it. And we still believe in our youth, inshallah. Our youth is very capable, but they again are looking to their leadership so that they can direct them to a right destination. So they can regulate their efforts as well. Thank you.
Thank you. You know more. You know more. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Professor Zhao. Now, with your permission, I think because our time is already up, the time was
Yeah.
1.5 hour, but it is already 5 minutes up, 35 minutes more. With your permission, I would like to sign off from this session. Um, as we come to the end of today's insightful session, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished speakers, especially Professor Dr. Sao Hong and our respected guests and our active participants, and for their valuable time, contribution, and engagement. And especially thankful to Professor Dr. Amjad Hassan for his time. And he is always very busy, and today he has spared 1.5 hour for today's session. So I hope today's session has truly highlighted the importance of relationship of the China and Pakistan, as Professor Sao has already mentioned in her speech that in the CPEC 1 we have worked on the infrastructure, but in CPEC 2 now we are working on the exchange of technology and mind. And today, we with the help of technology, Professor Sao is again
Yeah.
in University of and that is truly an honor for us. And of course, how we can forget about the leadership of the University of we are thankful because of their vision. Uh, they have made possible for the arrangement of this session. A special thanks to the all the students and faculty of the Department of Economics. Especially thanks to the IT and Media Department of University of and a special thanks to the supporting our institution. So we hope that today's session has inspired new ideas, encouraged meaningful dialogue, and opened the door to future collaboration with China, our iron brother, and strengthening women's role in cultural diplomacy and brotherhood. With this,
So many familiar faces. Hi, hello.
thank you all for your participation. Stay safe and have a wonderful day ahead. Now, I would like to hand over this session to Ms. Myra Kashyap Raja for formally signing of the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As we come to the end of today's seminar, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who contributed to making this session meaningful and successful. Special thanks to our worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Jamilun Nabi, for his continuous encouragement and support for academic and student-centered initiatives at University of Director Audit, Dr. Amjad Hassan, for his unwavering support in students' initiatives. I would also like to sincerely thank our respected deans, faculty members, administrations, and organizers for their valuable presence and support throughout the seminar. I would also like to thank distinguished faculty from Department of Biosciences and Department of Economics for joining us today. Our deepest appreciation goes to our honorable guest speaker, Professor Dr. Sao Chin Hong, for sharing her valuable insights, knowledge, and experiences with us today. Her thoughts on mutual learning, collaboration, and China-Pakistan relations have truly inspired all of us. A special acknowledgement to Dr. Asma Arif, focal person of the Women Development Department, for her leadership, mentorship, and dedication in organizing such impactful academic platforms for students. And finally, to all students and participants, thank you for your enthusiasm, attention, and active engagement. Your participation is what makes such events truly successful and worthwhile. We hope today's seminar leaves everyone with new ideas, inspiration, and motivation for future collaboration, learning, and growth. This is the official signing off from today's international seminar. Stay safe, stay motivated, and keep empowering others. Allah Hafiz.